going to be going live at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time all week this week until Sunday, giving you guys my 14-part series on how to create your sales process. Now on Halloween, okay, I'm not going to be going live at 7 p.m. That's the only day I'm not going live at 7 p.m., but I will be going live in the morning. Darlene said I can say it, but I would do. Okay, no worries, Darlene. I know you got them kids to attend to. I totally understand. Hey, Kimberly the Queen. Oh, I like that, Kimberly the Queen. All right, guys, those of you who are hopping on, please type in down below, right below this video, and also if you're watching this on Instagram, right below this video, type in where you're watching from and what is the name of your business. Type in where you're watching from and what is the name of your business. All right. And if you're new to watching me, my name is Letitia Campbell. I'm your sales success strategist. I help you develop habits that will allow you to reach your goals, get the most out of your time, and help you maintain an action plan so that you can dominate your sales online and build your empire. How many of y'all want to build an empire? I was just talking to a young lady by the name of Monica Rowe last night, and she said, girl, I love how you all about making heirs and heiresses, right? That's what doing this is all about, right? And making sure you are signing people off on your will with some wealth, right? Hello over there on Instagram. I'm happy to see you guys here. So listen, everyone. Awesome. Hey, Alita Smith. Yes, guys, make sure that you purchase your tickets for Dallas, CampbellSuccessNetwork.com. CampbellSuccessNetwork.com. We have about maybe one general admission tickets left. And those of you who get a general admissions do not have to worry about lunch. We'll have light coffee and drinks also in the morning, so you don't have to worry about that. Awesome. Yes. Who want to make some heirs and heiresses? I think that's amazing. Okay. So I've been wanting to do this 14-part series. I'm sorry, y'all, my shirt is like malfunctioning. I've been wanting to do this 14-part series for all year this year, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just bang this out. Thank you so much for sharing. Let me bang this out before the end of this year. And guys, if you haven't shared this out, make sure that you share this broadcast out. And basically, this series, what it sums up is that a lot of y'all are trying to create pretty brands, but you're not trying to create a pretty bank account. How many of y'all really want more of a pretty bank account than a pretty brand? And I know some of y'all are going to sit there and say, well, you got to have a pretty brand in order to have a pretty bank account. That's not true. Because how many of y'all have some awesome looking logos, some amazing looking websites, and all that stuff, and all these followers, but nobody is converting? Or maybe you do have a pretty logo, pretty graphic, pretty website, blah, 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 and nobody's actually converting. You're not even getting any engagement on your content, right? So it doesn't take a pretty brand to have a pretty bank account. You got to focus first on making sure that you got that pretty bank account. So this particular top series that I'm talking about is going to be controversial. I'm going to be saying some things that might be stepping on some toes. Let me give you an early warning right now, because I'm about helping women seek financial freedom. And like the young lady I spoke to yesterday, she made a great point in saying that, Letitia, you don't teach the illusion of business. I love that she said that. You don't teach, let me hold on, let me just grab, if I can find what it is she said. Hold on, let me grab what it is she said exactly, because I underlined it. I don't want to miss a beat. So whenever I'm doing calls with people, this is like my client binder. I love this binder. I take it everywhere with me. One of the things she mentioned, and it's right here, okay? She said that I use actual strategy and not the illusion of strategy and framework. A lot of coaches, consultants, and yes, mic drop. A lot of coaches and consultants and service providers, they tell you the illusion of business. Oh, you can be a freedompreneur, and you could be financially free, and you can get back your time, and da 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 da. And it's all these illusion things that you in the way our primitive mind works is our mind does feed into illusion. Can we just be honest real quick? Your mind, all of our minds do. Our minds, like even as young girls, we were thinking about our wedding day and our Prince Charm, or we were just thinking about all these imaginative stuff, the illusion of life, the illusion of business, and it falls into us as adulthood. But I sort of pop that air bubble that you guys are floating on and make you realize that all that stuff is just what exactly it is. Hey, Shaman Burton Moore, welcome. All that stuff is just an illusion. It's not really what's going to make you money. And then you fall down that hamster wheel of buying coaching program after coaching program, then get burnt out and you're not making money. Now, most of the times when a potential client comes to me, she has already been burnt out. My last conversation I had with a young lady yesterday morning, she was already 40K in the hole. Already 40K in the hole from working with other coaches, branding coaches, business coaches, and done for you coaches. And she has to this day has not seen a return on her investment. Hey, Donna Mogi Butts, welcome. I'm just want to write you guys' name down so I can remember for next time. So guys, listen, if you haven't shared this out, share this out. And any of you guys have been burnt before in the past, or maybe you've invested in something and haven't seen a return, let me know down below. Share that, because I'm starting to become a more bigger and bigger advocate for this now. Hey, Terry Cook, because I want you guys to see a big difference in your business. So that's what brought me to wanting to do this 14-part series. So I'm going to be going live every day at 7 a.m. and at 7 p.m. Thank you for sharing, Alita. Guys, listen, if you haven't shared this out, share this out. If you just hopped on, right below this video, type in where you're watching from and what is the name of your business. No links. If you haven't grabbed your Dallas, Texas, your Success Tour tickets, go to CampbellSuccessNetwork.com. Awesome. I love how y'all conversing in here. Stephanie Parsons, girl, we miss you, sis. Jennifer Bridge, welcome. Yo, girl, we miss you. How are the dogs, honey? How are your little nieces? Yes, we gotta catch up for real, for real. And I'm so glad about y'all do not understand how crazy excited I am for this event. I'm going to be actually meeting many of my clients that I've been working with for a while now in person. And I think that's an amazing accomplishment as a coach, for you to do an event, have your clients see you in person, and y'all sit and touch and experience it jointly together. It's just amazing. Yes, invested and burnt out. Oh my God. Oh, don't say the burnt out word. Don't say that. Yes. Austin, Texas, don't have a business. Okay, Jennifer, what is your passion then? Because any passion can be created to becoming a business. Just so you know that, Mama. Any passion can be created to becoming a business. I believe at this point, guys, in the next 4 years, and this is an actual fact, we're going to have another economic crash. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? In less than 4 years, we're going to go through another economic crash. So if you're not building a business, either full-time or on the side, you're going to go right back to that transition moment where you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Right? You love people. Okay, what do you love to do for people, Jennifer? That's great. I love people too, girl. That's why I got into sales. That's the number reason why I got into sales. Number one was because I love working with people. And number two was during the time that I first started college, my father passed away, and I had to get a sales job so I can pay for my books and pay for my tuition. An hourly and a salary job was not able to cut it. So I had to pay for my books, my tuition. I had to pay for insurance on my own car. I had to pay because he left me an Acura Legend that had over 300,000. Hey, Tia, that had over 300,000 miles on it. But that Acura, guys, don't feel bad for me. That Acura was a tank. I ran that car into trees. Thank you for sharing, Marielle. And guys, if you haven't shared this out, share this out. I ran that Acura Legend into trees. I ran into you ever be on a highway, you see dividers. I ran that Acura Legend to the dividers on the highway, and that Acura Legend was a tank, honey. It didn't even break down. I sold it to some Jamaican dude for like $600 because I was getting a different car. But I had that Acura Legend all through college, and I loved it. Tuning in from Atlanta, Ashley Marie Consultant and AW Tax Solutions. Ashley Marie, you should definitely join us in Dallas because we don't have anybody that's teaching on taxes. So if you would like to be a speaker in Dallas, please let me know. It's from November 8th to November 10th. Reach out to me in the Facebook Messenger, because I really need somebody who can teach on taxes. I think that's a good idea. We had a speaker that was going to teach on taxes and tax preparation, but she's not able to make it. Or if any of you guys teach on taxes, I would love to have you as a speaker at the event. I had an Acura Legends. You did? Acura Legends are boss cars, let me tell you. And that car had over 300 miles. I think I have a picture somewhere, but I still have a picture of it. I'll post it in here. I think I had a dream about that car too. Anyway, it had a sunroof, girl. I was everything. I was So Jennifer said, I've been in retail for 17 years. Now I'm in the sales center for a cables company. I'm not feeling it, but got to take care of my family. Okay, so definitely you could take all the experiences and the skills that you learned at the job and make it a business. Absolutely. If you like Jennifer, you and I can get on the discovery call and I can have a conversation, because anyone can turn what they're passionate about and what they love into a business. Yeah. Reach out to me, Ashley Marie. We can chat, Mama. We can chat. I would love for you to come speak. I would love for you to come speak and also network and gain some awesome new clients as well. All right, everyone, let's jump on into this content. So today we're doing part 1. And guys, if you haven't shared this out, please make sure that you share this out. Today we are doing part 1 of my 14-part series on how to maintain and create a sales process. Hey, Charlene Ortiz, happy to have you here. So before we start with number 1, I want to take a quick poll of this live here. How many of you, and type in me, if you are struggling, good morning, Charlene, with your sales process. What sales process is everything about converting. Are you struggling with converting clients and potential business partners? Are you struggling with converting clients and potential business partners? Yes or no? And this morning, oh, sorry, y'all. This morning, I'm drinking some keto coffee. Alita Smith keto coffee. I got like 3 bags left, and it tastes delicious with some little bit of chocolate greens in it, just a little bit. You would be surprised how talking to Letitia will help you discover your passion. Oh my God! Alita said you will be surprised how talking to Letitia will help you discover your passion. Absolutely, because I used to be there thinking that I couldn't turn a sales strategy into an actual business, and look at me now. I fired my boss on August 11th of 2017, and I never looked back. I've been traveling all over the world. I have 4 beautiful children, and I'm super duper excited about what it is that I do. It's not easy, guys. I don't want to I don't want to create an illusion of this. It's not an easy process building a business online, but it's the most rewarding. Like this morning, I woke my kids up. We were rushing out the door, but it's a good rush. At least I'm not rushing on the parkway, on the highway, on the train. Hey, Stephanie Royster, I like that. It's a different type of rush, and you have to actually experience it in order to understand exactly what I'm saying. All right, guys, let's jump into number 1. Start adding a bit of cinnamon to it. Oh yeah, I will do that, Alita. I'll add some cinnamon to it. Ashley Marie, I can connect you with Alita and she can give you the brand. But this is really good. I'm not even going to lie. It is really good if you need help with energy. One of the things I realized that when I left my job, when I left the corporate world back in 2017, girl, my energy was low, Ashley. I used to, for 2 weeks after I left my job, I was waking up like at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and my energy was just off, because you guys know how it is when you're working at a job. It's like you have to get up at 4 a.m. or you have to get up at 5 a.m. to punch in on somebody else's time clock. Thank you guys for the hearts and the shares. But when you stop that and you don't have nobody looking over you, your brain sort of gets a little bit off. It's like it chills out a little bit. It goes into like this dormant phase. So when I started to go to I love how you fired your boss. I sure did. And I went live that same day. My last day of work, I had a crown on my head, and I was 7 months pregnant at the same time with my 4th child. So if I can do it, all you guys can do it as well, with the proper coaching and guidance and mentorship. But yeah, my brain was a little bit off. Hey, Cindy, how are you? And when I started to go into be around entrepreneurs and notice that they take certain things to keep their energy, you know, their energy at a high level, I was like, I got to do this. I heard chocolate greens. So was wondering, sounds like it may be from where I have mine from. Okay, awesome, no problem. I would love to, I would love to not be rushing in traffic, and would love to have energy and be more around before. But you can act, you know what? You know, instead of turning I would love, you should say I will. You know, the power of words is so important. It's life and death, just like the Bible says. And I had to decide 8 months before I left my job that when I found out that I was pregnant with baby V, I made a decision. I said, you know what? I'm not going to have this child and still be working at a job. Because if y'all remember, I call baby V the rainbow baby because 3 months before I found out I was pregnant with her, I had a miscarriage for the third time. And I knew that it was because the stress that I was going through at work. So I did not want that to happen again. Okay. So I just made a decision that my only opportunity, even though I was working my business on the side for 3-4 years before I left my job, I had to make that decision to leave for my family. I want to be, and I have 4 kids. I have no business punching in nobody's clock. My job is being home with my children. So that makes total sense. Alita said, yes, indeed. I slept in on purpose today, but I'm going to get some now while listening. And yeah, get your keto, mama, get your keto. All right, guys, let's jump on into this, guys. If you're just hopping on, please make sure you share this out. If you're watching live or watching on the replay, please right below this video, type in where you're watching from and what is the name of your business. My name is Letitia Campbell. I'm your sales success strategist. I'll help you develop habits that will allow you to reach your goals, get the most out of your time, and help you maintain an action plan so that you can dominate your sales online and build your empires. Type in empire down below if you want to build that empire. Okay, what we're going to talk about today's topic is what people don't tell you about your process. And this is my part 1 to my 14-part series. I have a whole bunch of notes to make sure that I am staying on task. So let's jump into number 1. Now, I had a conversation with a young lady a couple of weeks back, and she was like, Letitia, I'm going live all the time, but nobody is converting into clients. Nobody's going to my website and registering for my class. So after listening to her for a certain period of time, I said, I know what your problem is. You keep talking about the how. Now, I want y'all to do me a favor. Those of y'all who are watching this live on the replay, hey, Nicole Pittman, if y'all watching this live on the replay, right below this video, type in, I must talk about the what, not the how. Type that in right below this video. I must, but must in all caps, talk about the what, not the how. This is what people don't tell you about your sales process. They tell you guys to give away everything you know so that people can show you approve, so that people can know that you are the person to help them. But while you're sitting there giving away all your expertise, the how to do this and the how to do that, and the 3 steps to do this and the 5 steps to do that, they don't move. They stay right there just watching and just feeding off of your free 99 information. So you have to now limit yourself. And I do this sometimes with my private clients. I will sit there on their lives for the whole time. And I'm like, stop! Put like a red, like stop sign when they get into the how part. Because your only job when you're going live, right, when you're uploading videos, wherever you're doing that, is to just talk about the what. What is the problem? What is the issue? What is your audience, your dreamy customer or business partner not aware of? What? It needs to just be what, not the how. Now, I know you guys are probably asking, well, coach, how do I stop talking about the how? If you're talking about a particular topic and you're starting to explain it, when you get into that explanation part, like it's like a child. Like you guys know, I have 4 kids, and when I tell my kids, y'all, I grew up back in the day where when my mother said, "Don't do that," don't do that. She's just gonna say one time, right? I never looked at her and said, "But why?" And I'm not trying to say that's a healthy way to teach your kids. I even now these days, I have to explain why is it that I set certain rules and why they can't go here. And you guys know that we're in a climate right now where as an African American community, okay, we're like big old bullseye daggers, right? My kids and I were walking from school last Friday, and I put this in my Facebook and Instagram stories how right by my house is McDonald's, and I don't send my kids to that McDonald's because I don't want to get into it, but you know, they're going to get judged by the color of their skin. And y'all can say, looking so shocked, like, oh my God, is that happening in New York? Yes, it does happen in New York. And we were walking past that McDonald's and we saw these little boys had to have been from 12 to 15 years old, get arrested because they were taking too long to eat their food. Somebody type in wow. Okay. So when I am explaining to my boys and my daughters that this is the world we're living in, this is the climate that we're living in, you know, I have to sit back and explain. So I'm telling them what happened, right? And the how part. You guys see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the transitions. When you're explaining things, that's the how part. So I don't want you guys to get in the trap of doing that when you're going live or when you're talking to people in person. If they haven't really put any skin in the game, the how part, you have to cut that part off and just talk about the what. What is the problem? What is the issue? What are they not aware of? Oh, yes, Alita, that happened. I put it on my stories and everything. It was so sad. But, and that's why I don't go to that business, you know, and that's one thing we have to start doing, guys, is start supporting, guys, please start supporting Black-owned businesses. Black-owned businesses, please start supporting Black-owned businesses, because a lot of times these franchises and businesses, they really don't respect our dollar. They don't even respect our children. They don't even respect our children. And I was more thinking about what these young teenage boys now, their lives are going to be affected forever. They were so confused. You know, they were so freaking confused. So that was just happened last week. So like I said, guys, talk about the what, not the how. That's what people don't tell you about sales process. They tell you, oh, Gary Vaynerchuk, he gives away free advice. But let me tell you guys something. Gary Vaynerchuk is worth over billions and billions of dollars, right? He's expensive. So of course he could get out there and just give away the best work. But even he doesn't even talk about the how part. Right? So if y'all seeing all these people at the top, giving yourself the illusion, guys, and if you haven't shared this out, share this out. If you haven't grabbed your Dallas Success Tour tickets, go to campbellsuccessnetwork.com. You can grab your tickets for as low as $29. Make sure you do that right away. Right, hop off this live and go there and do that. And can you guys see me? Let me know. It looks like I'm a little bit foggy. Type in 1 if I'm coming in clear. Do me a quick favor, everyone, before I move any further. Type in 1 if I'm coming in clear. I like this time. Do y'all think I should do 9 a.m. for the morning session? Because y'all, a lot of y'all coming on. Instead of me doing 7 a.m., I could do 9 a.m. Let's take a quick poll. Should I do 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, or should I hop on live at 7 a.m.? I will have no problem changing the times for you guys. Thank you, Terry Cook, for the 1. All right, number 2. Thank you, Ross Smith Pert. Welcome. Happy to see you here. Thank you, Jennifer, for the 1. Robin Jackie, hello. Hey, thank you, Nisha James, for the 1. Thank you, Alita Smith, for the 1. So talk about the what, not the how. Number 2 is that you have to build a community. Yes, you do. You have to be. My Success Tribe community, and correct me, Alita, if I'm wrong, has been around for about 3 years now. You got to build a community. The reason why I advocate for you guys to build a community, and if you don't know how to build a community, I encourage you guys to buy the book called Tribes by Seth Godin. We base a portion of my Sales Success Academy course on that book alone. Tribes by Seth Godin. It's a really, really good book to get if those of you who say, listen, I don't know how to build a community. Your community is your movement. It's so important that you, because, you know, Facebook is chaotic. Instagram is chaotic. LinkedIn is chaotic. There's so many people. Hey, Nikisha, praise, welcome. There's so many people who either do what you do or do similar to what you're doing. Right? So I must, absolutely. So building a community is so important, guys. Your community is going to be where your highest conversion is going to happen. By you plugging people off of where they're at and putting them in on your territory, guys. You could build a community by leveraging your list. Thank you, Alita. You could build a community by leveraging your Facebook groups. You could build a community so many different ways, guys, but you got to build a community. The reason why nobody's buying from you, the reason why you're not converting is that you don't have a community of people who are looking for a solution to a problem that only you can solve for them. Number 3, guys, and I hope y'all taking notes, because like I told you guys, on the 4th of November, I'm taking all these 14 lives down. Number 3 is that you have to build a list. How many of you guys are struggling with building a list? Now, here's the thing. I've been hearing a lot of buzz on social media. People are telling you, you need a super large list. I have a client, okay, and I think she's on here. Miss Tasha, if you're on here, put up some emojis. I'm going to talk about 2 clients. No, I'm going to talk about 3 of my clients. 3 of my clients that I have. The first client, her name is Miss Tasha. Natasha Davis. She was just on the Channel 4 News, Washington, D.C. Channel 4 News, and she didn't have a media kit. She didn't need a large list, and she doesn't even have a website. Let's talk about the illusion now and the shiny object effect. We think we need all these things initially in order for people to recognize us or to even be searched out. Sometimes your business page is where people determine whether or not they want you on their podcast or on their show. Sometimes your Facebook page, your Instagram page is where people go on. I'm gonna be honest, people want to see not what your website looks like, they want to see your activity. People don't ask me. When I was at a major event, one of Russell Brunson's event a while back, and nobody cared about my website. You know that? Nobody, not one, and it was over 3,500 people there at that event. Y'all know his events is huge. Not one person asked me about what's my website. Not one. I swear on everything I love, not one. People care about your activity. I was sitting there, with my phone, and people like, oh, what's your Instagram? I was just at another event last month. Everybody approached me, oh, what's your name on Instagram? And we were literally sitting there following each other. Oh, okay, good. That's you. Boom, follow. Nobody cares about your website. But coaches would tell you, get a website. You know why? Because they want you to spend 15 to 30K on a website. I spent 15K one time for my site. I still didn't get my site to this day. I just sent an email inbox to a young lady who was supposed to be taking care of it. I said, I want my money back. It's been a year now. I haven't gotten my website. And what they gave me, all these excuses like, oh, we just got to make this changes. No. Don't worry about the changes. It's been a year now. I want my money back. I made money from the time I purchased the site to now, and I still didn't get it. So really, God is telling me, honey, you don't need it. Jesus didn't have a website. I don't need a website. All Jesus had was a staff. If my staff is my campsite page, I'm a run that till the wheels fall off. See the glitz and the glam, but not much profit. Yeah. See, the glitz and the glam is not a must. Profit is first. Yeah, girl, a year. A year. And I haven't gotten a website. I got little templates here and there, like, oh, look, and it was just horrible. That's I could talk about that a totally different time. But you don't need all these things that you see all of your competitors having. Because I'm telling you guys right now, they're not even making money off their websites either. Y'all see people with websites, but really they're making a majority of their money off of their funnels, off of their lists. Their website sites is not even housed on a WordPress. Some people have ClickFunnels pages, and they just position them as sites, and it is nothing wrong with that. Not a nab bit wrong with that. So don't think you need, because what you think you need, you really don't need it. Can we just be honest? Can we just be clear? What you think you need, you really don't need it. And I have to guard my eyes too, because the other day I was looking at somebody and I was like, I want to get that. But you guys, you got to understand how your brain works. Your brain is always going to go on the curiosity side, and it's going to initially think that it needs that thing, right? when you already have more than enough right now. And guys, if you haven't shared this out, share this out. So you don't need it. You don't need any of those things, right? So building a list, you don't need, I have let me talk about client number 2. Client number 2, okay, her name is Octavia Denise. Octavia Denise this Thursday, she's actually going to be a featured guest on 99, I think it's 97.9 The Beat radio station. She doesn't have a website. She doesn't have a media kit, and she does not have a large list. And she's been asked to be on the radio station. She's the founder of Flab to Fab. She has her own waist trainer. So those of y'all need a waist trainer, reach out to Octavia Denise, get you one. Okay, because I got mine on order. Okay, you don't need that stuff. Then I have my third client, Nedra Buckmeyer. She's been featured in magazines. She's going to be traveling to Kenya on November 11th. Guys, you think you need what you need. Thank you, Nisha James, for sharing. Guys, if you share this out, please type in hashtag share so I can thank you. You think you need what you don't need. Really, you're coveting what somebody else has, and that is a biblical sin. You're coveting. If you're looking at somebody right now and saying, I want my business to be like hers, you're living your business in sin. You're coveting what somebody else has. I tell my clients this all the time. Don't be concerned with it was in another woman's pockets. Be more concerned about what's in your bank account versus somebody else's bank account. You're coveting what that person has. You're coveting. And I told y'all my story. My mother taught me that as a young age. She said, never count what's in another woman's pockets. That's a sin. Never count. Because while you're focusing on what they have, you're going further away on what you're supposed to be doing. Stay more focused on the work and less on the goal. Do y'all hear me this morning? Because I feel one person watching this live has been struggling because you're looking at everyone else. You're coveting what they have. You're playing that compare syndrome, and you're focusing less what it is that God has given you, because we all have an assignment. You woke up this morning with an assignment, and you're not doing your assignment because you're looking at everyone else. And you're comparing yourself, what you don't have, compared to what this person has. You're not living in your assignment. And you got to live in your assignment even when you don't look right. So those of y'all waiting to get your hair done, your nails done, your teeth done, all that stuff to go live or do an event, you're waiting instead of doing your assignment. Because if that's the case, Jesus would have been born in a castle. Jesus would have been born in a castle with acres upon acres with servants. No, where was Jesus born? I'm gonna let y'all answer that question. Where was Jesus? Where was our Lord and Savior born? Y'all can answer that question. So if you living in the realm of perfection, you are running your business in sin. Because God didn't call you to wake up this morning for things for you to be perfect. He called you to show up and work his assignment that he instilled in you. So that business that you want to launch, those customers and those clients and business partners that you want to reach, you are taking yourself away from reaching them because you are focused so much on perfection and less on what it is your assignment is. You're focused more on your competition and comparing yourself to everyone else and less on what God had called you. Guys, I'm going to talk about this during this success event. And make sure you grab your ticket, campbellsuccessnetwork.com. Grab your ticket. You can come in person. If we're overcapacitated, we'll make room for you. You can come in person. You can watch virtually. Girl, come on, Ro. Come on, Ro Smith. Girl, come through. Don't listen. Come on. You focus on the right thing. Number 4. And this is the last point I want to make before I hop off, because I know y'all got stuff to do. Number 4 is to solve one problem, guys. Solve one. Somebody type in one problem. Solve one problem. Just one. Let the whole month of November be your goal of solving one problem. If you're new to coaching a program, if you're new to launching, if you're new to searching for business partners or what have you, focus on solving one problem. One. The power of one is amazing. We want to solve so many different things instead of the one problem that's keeping our dreamy client or dreamy business partner from getting a result. Just solve one problem. If you're an author and you want to teach women how to publish books, the first problem you need to solve is getting women to write that book. If you're a weight loss coach and you want to help women lose weight, the number one problem you need to solve is teaching women how to stop putting bad foods in their mouth, or teaching them how to create a meal plan. If you're a life coach and you want to help women transform their lives, the one problem you need to get them into is speaking good things into their spirit. If you're in network marketing and you want to get more people on your team, the one problem is teach them how to make money. One problem. If you solve one problem for a person, all the other things that God has called you to do, you'll absolutely be able to solve. They're going to look at you and say, well, she solved one problem for me, so I know she's going to solve all these 50, 30, 20, a gazillion other problems that I have. Nice to meet you too, Nene. Welcome. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? It's great to have a lot of ideas. It's great. It's great. I love working with women who have a plethora of ideas. I love working with women like that. But understand that if you have to first you got to dumb it down a little bit and just get clear on the one problem that you want to solve for your audience. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Hey, thank you, Nisha James. Thank you, Terry Cook. I know, I'm sorry. I'm a true Capricorn. Where my Capricorns at? Because our birthdays are coming up, y'all. I'm thinking about having a Capricorn birthday party. We wear Capricorns. We wear our hearts on our sleeves. We don't have poker faces. You know, we will never hear. You will never see a Capricorn fake it till she make it, because it's not in her DNA. That's where the facial expressions come from. I just wear my heart on my sleeve. I just do it. It's almost like trying to make us hold our breath for too long. Can't do it. Thank you, Blart. Let me write that down. I haven't seen this person there before. Blart. All right, y'all. Let me recap really quickly before I hop off here, because I know y'all have a lot to do. You're a Capricorn, Ro? Shout out to my Capricorn. Yes, we're just doing. So let's recap really quickly. And before you guys do anything else, go to campbellsuccessnetwork.com. Who is going to grab their virtual or in-person ticket today for Dallas? I'm going to be doing a meet and greet event in Dallas called the Success Tour Meet and Greet, which is the #1 meet and greet event for women. So if you're a coach, consultant, service provider, network marketer, and you want to know how to close the gaps in your business, convert more clients and business partners, and dominate your sales online so that you can build your empire, you need to come to this event. Y'all stop looking at them branding coaches, them business coaches, and they're not even teaching you how to convert. At the end of the day, it's no point in you having a pretty business if you don't have a pretty bank account. So head on over to campbellsuccessnetwork.com, campbellsuccessnetwork.com, and grab your virtual in-person ticket today. I have been here before. I show you. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, Terry Cook, you can grab your virtual ticket then. Grab your virtual ticket, Terry. So for those of you guys who can't make the event, an event is going to be from November 8th to November 10th. So for those of you who can attend, grab a virtual ticket. The virtual ticket is only $29. If you are going to be in Dallas or want to fly to Dallas, join us. Get there in person. I think we have one more seat left for the general admissions. One more seat left. Okay, you're going to be in Church Row? Grab your virtual ticket. Guys, listen, I made it so convenient that whether you're busy or whether you can't make it in person, you can still be able to get all these success nuggets virtually. So there's no excuse. And those of you who are get your virtual ticket, you'll keep the replays for every single session, because we're going to have speakers traveling from all over the US. You can get your replays for every session. So don't worry about that. Okay, I got you guys covered. Hey, Christella. I got to write you guys' names down so I can remember. All right, y'all, we're going to recap real quick. And if you haven't done so, go to campbellsuccessnetwork.com. Awesome, Ro. Awesome. All right. Number one, today what we talked about, what people don't tell you about your sales process. And if you learned anything for today, please go live and just talk about one takeaway that you gotten from this live. Talk about one takeaway. And you can even post it down below in the comments. Hey, Kanisha Duncan, talk about one takeaway. And thank you for sharing, guys. Guys, if you haven't shared this out, now is the time to share this out. Tag the people you need that needs to hear this. The one takeaway. So let's recap. Number one was talk about the what, not the how. Talk about the what, not the how. Y'all giving away too much. Thank you, Terry. Terry said you're a boss. I love you. Talk about the what, not the how. Okay. Number two was build that community, ladies. You know, this amazing lady that I listened to, her name's Jamila Cook, and she did a sermon the other day, and a couple of hours after this live, I'm going to do a watch party so y'all can see that sermon. She said, God is calling you to gather your people. Gather your people. So all those coaches out there that tell you not to build a community, they're not giving you good advice. God is calling you to gather your people. Gather your people. Because there's people out there that needs just your community alone is going to be the one thing that's going to catapult your movement and help you build your empire. I have tons and tons of people that has been in my community now for a couple of years. You know, and it's an amazing opportunity that you're giving women, because you guys know I have my ROI methodology, which is results, opportunity, impact. Right? Hey, Michelle Bowman, how are you? And something like that is so important. Number three is build a list. Your list, your website is not your social real estate. Somebody said that this morning. Oh, your website is your social real estate. No, it's not. Your list is your social real estate. Because you can have a website and not make a bit of money from that website. But your list, the people who are like, oh my God, I love you, Terry Cook. I love what you're saying. I love what you're all about. I'm going to join your list. Oh my God, I love you, Bullard Rowley. I'm going to join your list. I love you, Michelle Bowman. I'm going to join your list. That is your social real estate. Yeah. Terry Cook said, community is important. My business changed once the community began. Absolutely. Hey, Michelle, good morning. How are you? All right. Number four is just solve one problem. Just solve one problem, y'all. Website is a placeholder, not a real estate. Absolutely. And I know tons of people that don't even have a website. You think what you need, what you really don't need. Because when you really get in front of people's faces, websites is something that is just ADD in action. There's too many pop-ups. There's too many swirls and all this stuff. It's just too much for you. People just want to know. Oh, sorry about that, Instagram. I kicked the camera. People just want to know what solution you provide and where can they go to sign up. Period. Somebody type a period. That's it. 2 steps. If it takes them multiple steps to get to your offer, they're going to hop off and go to somebody else that is not going to help them or impact them as much as you will. So don't spend any more dollars. Don't invest any more time in all that stuff that's not going to produce revenue. So focus on one problem, guys. One. All right. So that's all I have for you guys today. I will be back on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about what not to do with your sales process. Tonight, we're going to talk about what not to do with your sales process. Somebody type in down below 7 p.m. Yes, period. Ro, are you from New York? Rose Smith, are you from New York, girl? I think I have a fellow New Yorker on here. Are you from New York? All right, guys, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be back on tonight. Kids, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Ah! Hey, Teresia, you snuck on in here. I didn't even see your name pop up. Yes, yes, kids, keep it simple, sister. I like that. I like that. Awesome. All right, guys. So join me back here 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight for the next topic. If you didn't do so already, go to campbellsuccessnetwork.com. Grab your virtual in-person ticket for my Success Tour meet and greet event, the #1 meet and greet event, #1 sales focused meet and greet event for women. Also, I think I'm going to change my time. I think every morning I'm going to show up at 9 a.m. and then again at 7 p.m. What y'all think about that? That would be great. 9 a.m. and then again at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because y'all are just showing up at 9 a.m. and I think that's a good and convenient time. Maybe you're just settling into work and you're able to turn your tablet or phone on to listen. I'm open to building in community. Absolutely, Michelle. Okay, great. You make sure that you get your tickets for the Success Tour meet and greet. CamelSuccessNetwork.com. All right, everyone. Thank you so much, guys. Everyone on Instagram, thank y'all for joining me this morning. Thank you guys on Facebook for joining me this morning. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel or my podcast, thank you so much. And as always, don't forget, get out there and dominate, because it's time to design a life that you deserve. Yes, you deserve. Bye, guys. See y'all next time.